Hi friends, it's Mrs. Fenlason. I miss you guys so much, and one of the things I miss most is reading with you. So I figured I would make a video for you of a read aloud. I'm not fancy like those people on YouTube, but I figured I could sit here with my teddy bear Scruffy, who I've had since I was in second grade, in a cozy spot, and we could still enjoy a book together. So I'd like you to find a cozy spot to read to, maybe go get a teddy bear or some stuffy to snuggle with, and let's enjoy And to Think That I Saw It on Mulberry Street by Dr. Seuss. I chose this book because it's a lot about imagination, which I think is something we could all use a little more of right now. When I leave home to walk to school, Dad always says to me, "Marco, keep your eyelids up and see what you can see." But when I tell him where I've been and what I think I've seen, he looks at me and sternly says, "Your eyesight's much too keen. Stop telling such outlandish tales. Stop turning minnows into whales." Now what can I say when I get home today? Here we see little Marco on his walk. All the long way to school and all the way back, I've looked and I've looked and I've kept careful track, but all that I've noticed, except my own feet, was a horse and a wagon on Mulberry Street. There's nothing to tell of, that won't do, of course. Just a broken down wagon that's drawn by a horse? That can't be my story, that's only a start. I'll say that a zebra was pulling that cart, and that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Yes, the zebra is fine, but I think it's a shame, such a marvelous beast with a cart that's so tame. The story would really be better to hear if the driver I saw were a charioteer, a golden blue chariot something to meet, rumbling like thunder down Mulberry Street. No, it won't do at all. A zebra's too small. A reindeer is better. He's fast and he's fleet, and he'd look mighty smart on old Mulberry Street. I love how Marco's story is just getting more and more exciting. Hold on a minute, there's something wrong. A reindeer hates the way it feels to pull a thing that runs on wheels. He'd be much happier instead if he could pull a fancy sled. A reindeer and a sleigh? Say anyone can think of that. Jack or Fred or Joe or Nat. Say even Jane could think of that. But isn't it too late to make one little change? A sleigh and an elephant! There's something strange. I'll pick one with plenty of power and size. A blue one with plenty of fun in his eyes. And then, just to give him a little more tone, have a Raja with rubies perched high on a throne. Say that makes a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But now I don't know, it still doesn't seem right. An elephant pulling a thing that's so light would whip it around in the air like a kite. But he'd look simply grand with a great big brass band. A band that's so good should have someone to hear it, but it's going so fast that it's hard to keep near it. I'll put on a trailer, I know they won't mind, if a man sits and listens while hitched on behind. But now, is it fair? Is it fair what I've done? I bet those white wagons weigh more than a ton. That's really too heavy a load for one beast. I'll give him some helpers. He needs two at least. So now we have an elephant and two giraffes carrying a Raja, pulling a brass band, and a little old man behind them, just listening. I'd like to be in that little old man's wagon, just listening. But now what worries me is this. Mulberry Street runs into Bliss. Unless there's something I can fix up, there'll be an awful traffic mix-up. It takes police to do the trick, to guide them through where traffic's thick. It takes police to do the trick. They'll never crash now, they'll race at top speed, with Sergeant Mulvaney himself in the lead. Now they have police on motorcycles leading the way. Still the band and the little old man in the back. The mayor is there, and he thinks it is grand. He raises his hat as they dash by the stand. The mayor is there, and the aldermen too, all waving big banners of red, white, and blue. And that is a story that no one can beat when I say that I saw it on Mulberry Street. With the roar of its motor, an airplane appears and dumps out confetti while everyone cheers. And that makes a story that's really not bad. But it still could be better. Suppose that I add... Look, it's like a full parade now. A Chinese boy who eats with sticks, a big magician doing tricks, a 10-foot beard that needs a comb. No time for more, I'm almost home. So he's almost out of time to make up this great story. I swung round the corner and dashed through the gate. I ran up the steps and I felt simply great, for I had a story that no one could beat. And to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. There he goes, racing up the door. He can't wait to tell this story to his dad. But Dad said quite calmly, "Just draw up your stool and tell me the sights on the way home from school." There was so much to tell, I just couldn't begin. Dad looked at me sharply and pulled at his chin. He frowned at me sternly from there in his seat. "Was there nothing to look at, no people to greet? Did nothing excite you or make your heart beat?" "Nothing," I said, growing red as a beet, "but a plain horse and wagon on Mulberry Street." So Marco came up with quite a tale on his way home from school. Why do you think he didn't tell his dad that story? I would love to hear your thoughts on that. You can send me a message and let me know. Why do you think Marco didn't tell that story to Dad? The other thing I was thinking, if you are looking for an adventure today, is maybe you could go outside and see what you see on your street and then make up a story about it. Make it fantastic. Add elephants and giraffes and a big brass band and let me know how that would go. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you again soon. I'll talk to you later. Bye.